Murphy's Law. The job will take as long as time you have. And the more time you have, sometimes can hurt you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you have too much time, you can start to think, I'll do this on the weekend.
Yeah.
Like I'll do this, you know what I mean? I'll and it's a consistent battle.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll call it early tonight and just sit down for a bit because I'll get onto it tomorrow. You know what I mean? And it's like sometimes things cannot get done in the necessary time, especially when you're in business. You know, so you have to.
You can't tap into motivation. You can't be like, cool, at 3 p.m. and watching. I'm just gonna go, but just even not watch anything. Just at 3 p.m. I'm just gonna tap into my motivation pool and just fucking go. I'm ready to go to the gym. I'm ready to do the work. It doesn't exist. You can't just tap into it whenever you want. It's not a drug that's readily available in your body or externally. But discipline is what's going to really help you with that.
I've got a question. So you guys always talk about being busy, like grinding, busy. Yep. But it is so easy to be busy nowadays because there's like shit ton of information. You can learn anything everywhere all at once. So what is the opposite like skill? Like, do you think it is a skill to be able to do nothing?
Well, what to do nothing for what purpose though?
Yeah, like, do you think it is like purposefully like
To do nothing?
To do nothing?
Yeah, I think it is.
If it's a reset,
like meditation.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, 100%.
like, do you have the ability to do nothing for like a couple of hours, a day, a week?
Me? Yeah, I go to the bush. Let's talk about that. So,
sick.
I went to the bush.
We clapped.
Of course we clapped.
Can't do it again. I already clapped. Yeah, I like it. Iggs. It's IGZ. Iggs. Iggy, my brother. Speaking of Iggy, my brother
From another mother.
no, from the same mother in this instance. He my mum before he was born, my mum was going to call him Ignatius.
No.
Yeah, swear to God.
Ignatius means saint.
Does it? Anyway, she was going to call him Ignatius. And then someone came in and said, she's like, oh, what are you going to call your son? She's like, oh, yeah, Ignatius. And she's like, oh, Iggy. Because Iggy's short for Ignatius. And she's like, what? She's like, no, Ignatius. It's like, yeah, Iggy. That's the nickname. And she hated the name Iggy. So don't ever introduce yourself to my mum.
There you go.
She hated the name Iggy, so she changed it to Nathan.
Were your parents at your birthday?
Yeah. Did you not meet him? Have you met them before?
Who met your dad?
My mum.
I met your dad. I've never met your mum.
Oh, fuck, I didn't even think.
I met your dad.
I was a bit surprised on my birthday. Didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, no, really. Didn't know where the projector was. I met your dad at
Yeah, you would have met him at somewhere.
Lake.
Oh, in the Gambie.
The Gambie Lakes.
Yeah, the Gambie Lake. Yeah, so the last 3 weeks, I don't know if we've spoken about this. Last 3 weeks, I've been flying solo at work. Got half the team on annual leave.
Yeah, you mentioned it briefly.
Yeah. But it kind of ties
How's
into
that
what
going?
Iggy mentioned.
How's that going with
Yeah,
everything?
pretty good in the sense, better than I thought. I thought I'd be, you know what? I think I was prepared from day one. Like I knew it was coming. I knew it was going to happen. And I knew I just had to get through it and work hard and just be really organised.
This is last week.
Yeah, like Simon's back on Monday. And then Angela's still a little while away, but shit's getting done, man.
Doesn't do anything anyway.
It doesn't do anything anyway. What the fuck's he doing here in the first place? But it's funny you mentioned that, right? So I look at everything. I've had to do the role of 5 people, say. I went out there, my PA quit for the one I had. She left about 3-4 weeks ago. So I went on the hunt, found a new one. Great girl, doing really good so far, helping me a bunch. So that was a good hire. And then on top of that, I've just had to be on top of all my work and everyone else's and making sure shit's still getting done. And guess what? Everything's getting done. Nothing's behind. Nothing's out of control. Everything's scheduled.
And are you working like ridiculously?
Not ridiculously. I am working harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, you're doing more.
That's right. That's right. And there's been times like I've gone home and worked.
Yeah.
You know, when the kids are in bed, I'll get up, or not get up, I'll go to the office, into the study at home, and I'll pump out some hours, do some invoicing, do whatever I've got to do. Just, it has to be done. It's like what you said last episode, right? Don't do your best, do what's required. And that's what's required. So I've had to do it. It's not going to go away. And as a result, I've been so organized. Things haven't been getting missed. There's just nothing that's astray. You know what I mean? Like, there's no loose ends. I was expecting to go, oh, fuck, I would have forgotten about that. Oh, shit, I haven't done that. But there's been no loose ends. And it makes me think a little bit about, well, my employees are busy, but are they productive? And ties into a little bit what Iggy said, you know, is it ever good not to do anything as well?
Do you ever not do anything? What is your perfect... I think everyone has downtime, whether you're aware of it or not.
Yeah.
What's your perfect downtime?
Perfect downtime, huh?
Yeah.
I really enjoy just sitting at home and watching a movie. Even going to the movies. I actually really enjoy movies. Yeah, I know you're not a movie buff.
There's a part of me that wants to go and eat some popcorn and stuff.
Come with me. Me and Nicole are going to go.
Yeah,
I'm going to go watch.
Just let me know.
Watch the new Deadpool movie.
Done.
And
doing it, guys.
yeah, just in the middle. This is great. What's he doing?
Yeah.
What's his name? So, what was I saying before?
Yeah,
but it's like I enjoy doing that. I actually enjoy just taking 2 hours out of my day, just watching a movie, eating popcorn, having an ice cream.
What's your favorite movie?
I don't know.
Go on.
I mean, I if we're going to go, what's your favorite movie of all time? I mean, I love the Lord of the Rings movies, like all of them. Yeah, I liked all them. The Matrix movies were cool. The first three. The other ones were, I think there was a fourth one that was shit. But they were cool. The Avengers, like the Marvel stuff. Like, I grew up on all of those superheroes. So it was a lot of nostalgia watching them as they've come through the years now, watching all that stuff. What else was there? Yeah, I just tend to like movies, like good stories. I was reading, where was it? Yeah, I was watching something on TikTok, and it was saying like how movies are a state of hypnosis.
Well, you do. You get caught up in...
That's right. It's your good storytelling is an act of hypnosis where they will lead you down an emotional path without you even knowing it. And the reason that this came up was because they were talking about a recent Star Wars, the Acolyte series that they've got, and how all the fans are fucking hating it. And he goes, it's not because the idea of this whole show is bad, it's because the storytelling is shit. And people are breaking their hypnotic state whilst watching the show and unconsciously going, that's shit, and they're not liking the show. So
they're breaking out of state.
That's right, because they're breaking out of state. It was really interesting, especially because I'd recently done did 6 days course on NLP and hypnotic language and all that sort of stuff. So it was interesting to listen to him about how movies do that. And when you're captivated in a movie and you're watching a movie and you want to know what happens next, you're not thinking about, oh, fuck, that character just said this, that's bad. And a lot of these things are like there's political agendas behind them too. And
there's like an underlying agenda.
Yeah, but this is what he was also saying. He goes, but say, or use Star Wars, for example, because Star Wars have always had a political stance in everything. He goes, the older movies just had much better storytelling. Whereas in this current show, the political underline is obvious. And then people break that state and go, this is shit. Why the fuck am I watching this? So I thought that was quite interesting.
There's someone, I can't remember who said it. So you know how people, you block a sale? Like, so actually you instantly reject it.
Oh, yes.
You're like, no, he's trying to sell to me. No.
Yeah.
There's like, they can't block what they don't see coming.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's so underlying. If it's so, there's a word for it, and I can't remember what it is right now. It's like if it's so indirect, but it's not indirect.
What are you saying? Underground influence?
Covert.
Yeah.
No, covert.
Yeah. I mean,
covert.
I don't know if it is, but it makes sense.
Covert. Does that mean indirect?
It's like secret.
Yeah. Like covertly.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can't stop it.
Yeah.
They don't see it coming. They don't know how can you stop something you can't, you don't know it's happening. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. So yeah, I enjoy that. I think that's my relaxing thing. Lately.
So that's okay. So George has had a shit week, and he's been working too hard, and he just needs. He's like, I just gotta stop. Like, I just need to I can hit the reset button. What do you do? What do you do? Not what should the listeners do. What does George Passes do? Thinking.
I'm thinking because I feel that sometimes, especially lately, even when I have that, say it's been a hectic week, I feel like my mind doesn't stop lately. Do you ever feel like that? Like even when I'm doing something that for example, jet skiing. Okay. I've been on times where I've been on my ski, and that to me is I've had times where I'm like, this is the best, just cruising, doing my own thing. But I've had times on it where I'm like, it wasn't as, I didn't feel the sense of freedom that I felt in the past because I just got so much shit going on. Okay, it's all right.
So you weren't able to...
I wasn't able to fully disengage. And I felt like that a lot sometimes. So even sometimes now I might go, the thing I like about it, say if it's a good movie, it takes my mind off things. That's why I think I like the movie, because it allows me to switch off. I think even video games may have an effect like that too. If you're just sitting there and just playing some video games, it just takes your mind off what's going on in the real world.
Escape.
It's an escapism, 100%. But we're talking about something to escape and just to unwind.
Yeah.
In this instance.
There's people who do that, who watch movies every night.
Yeah, because they're trying to escape 100%.
Yeah, there's people who play games. Yeah, people who play... Dude, growing up, I'd play games.
So did I. I haven't played for a long time, but...
Have you ever heard of a game called RuneScape?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah, absolutely.
I used to play RuneScape when I was a kid.
Yeah, I never got into it that much.
I used to play for
Age of Empires, did you ever play that?
Sick game.
Yeah, so cool. Age of Empires 2.
Kevin, the Ninja Game Packer.
Yeah, that's right.
I used to play RuneScape for 14 hours straight. I would just sit on the computer, dude.
Yeah.
Just make my parents buy me a membership. It was $12.
Oh, yeah, good. What was the other one? Warcraft. Not World of... I never got World of Warcraft. But Warcraft 3, where it's similar to...
Frozen Throne.
Frozen Throne, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool game. I played that for ages.
I'm succeeding you, father.
That's... No idea.
I am the war chief.
Is that
is that... There's all you OG gamers out there taking you back.
Is that back? League? You see a lot of people play League?
A little bit. So Dota's like that. Do you ever play Dota?
Yes.
Yeah.
I still play it.
Do you? Me too. I haven't played for a long time.
I've played it for 16, 17
years.
So
it's Defense of the Ancients. It's similar to it's actually, what's the other one?
I'm going to go home and play
it. It is the base of Warcraft. Dota was a map on Warcraft.
That's right. It was because it's a lot of characters are from that thing. But what's the other one?
League of Legends.
League of Legends. See, that's it. I thought was Dota before League of Legends?
So Dota was first.
Yeah,
well,
because
Dota was actually first in StarCraft in the early 2000s.
Yes.
And then somebody put it in Warcraft. So they built a map called Dota.
Yes.
And then there were some developers. One of the developers went and did League of Legends.
Because it's a direct copy of... It was, from what I saw, it was a direct copy of Dota because... The characters were very similar, but just had different names.
So it is called a MOBA game.
What game?
A MOBA.
MOBA? What does that mean?
Hell, no idea. So there's Heroes of Neverth, League of Legends, Dota, all are called MOBAs.
Yeah. So did you play RuneScape?
No.
Well, I want to play RuneScape.
Anyway, so I think I would, in the day as well, I mean, even during COVID, thinking back now, there were times at nighttime where I would play Assassin's Creed, and a great game, loved it, a really cool game, but it's one of those games that you play for 80 hours before you clock it. It's a long game. It takes a long time.
Those sorts of games.
Oh man, they're the ones I like because it's like a story. again, that hypnotic state we're talking about.
Yeah, see, maybe, yeah.
So you go from one campaign to the other. You got to kill this person. You got to find that person. You got to speak.
Weird that I don't like those games and that
Yeah.
I don't like movies.
Maybe, yeah. You yes, you are weird.
No, I'm saying like the connection. I wasn't saying me.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't.
There's obviously something there. Then
Definitely, yeah.
you could feel that. Is it a sense? Do you feel like it's a waste of your time?
I just don't. I get bored.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know, like this is
No, you don't get any entertainment out of that.
out of a movie. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a sick movie, dude.
Yeah, but if you don't sit in and watch any movie, how you know it's going to be?
Yeah, yeah. Like even if it's a sick movie, I'm not like that was amazing. I wish I could watch it again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't watch many movies, but when I recommend a movie to someone, like super bumped, you haven't watched it, watch it.
I haven't watched any movies yet.
Yeah, now watch it. Trust me.
Oh, well, I do trust you. I do trust you. I do.
It's I'm just gonna have it playing in the office all the time.
Absolutely. Well, we'll have some time now. So that's cool. That's what I tend to look at doing. I mean, the gym's been a bit like that for me of late too, but it's forced. I kind of make the gym's good. Like every time you leave the gym, you're never like, fuck, I wish I never did that. You know what I mean? You always feel like you're refreshed and good and ready to go and glad that you've always worked out. Even though sometimes, especially the last 3 weeks, which I've been really pumped about, I haven't missed a gym session over the last 3 weeks, even though I could have very easily just called my trainer and said, oi, not happening. I've got so much shit on.
Yeah.
I thought, no, fuck it. I'm going to go every single time. I'm still going to make it one of my most important meetings. And I felt good every single time as a result of doing that. I've seen a more positive benefit from actively moving. Do you know what I mean? As opposed to sitting down and playing PlayStation for 3 hours. I probably get more of a I get more mentally clear going to the gym than what I would playing 3 hours on the PS going, okay, I'm relaxed, I'm entertained.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of feel that
Physical movement.
That's right.
Over mental stimulation.
That's right. So if you're going to say, well, what do I do? The lazy part of me would want to watch the movie and play PlayStation. The new high performer in me, the high performer in me wants to be going to the gym. So I'd say it'd be that. That's the space I'd live in. But you know what? I allow myself to do the lazy shit too. I want to watch a fucking movie, I'm going to watch a movie. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, oh shit, I gotta go. I've got the yacht to get this week. You know, I'm not going to get the yacht if I watch this movie. I allow myself that as well. What do you do?
Downtime.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just to recharge. Downtime, meditating. What do you do?
So I don't meditate. I feel like I should.
I kind of hear what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, hey, come on, man. Like, give it 5 minutes. But so also when I go now, I do. So 75 hard. I've kept some of the stuff going.
Yep. Good.
Like I still go for walks.
I think it's, great. Should keep your steps up, dude. It's massive.
Just go for a walk. Like just go and just. But you know what I like now? I have the freedom of, if I'm going to go for a 32-minute walk, I'm going to go for a 32-minute walk. Before it was like 45 minutes.
It has to be 45. Yeah.
45, you know what I mean? But now it's like,
That's a decent walk, man. 45 minutes.
massive, dude.
How far were you walking?
I will get from my place to Kerford Road, Pier, and back.
That's not that far. That's took you 42 minutes.
Yeah. Kerford Road, not the first pier.
I know. I live off Kerford Road.
Yeah.
Do I? Yes, I do.
Yeah, I'd walk all the way up on the path.
And then up the pier?
Yeah, and then back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good that you've kept it going. I think it's important because it's a lifestyle change. It's not just a fad.
Yes, also, I plug my headphones in, like I get my Bose headphones, put them on, and I play an audiobook on 2-speed, and I probably don't notice it.
2-speed's fast, man.
Yeah.
I was listening to 2-speed the other day.
Someone said to me the other day, when you listen to on 2-speed, do you walk faster? No. So, I sound funny.
No, just jog.
Yeah,
run.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
I just got to move to the sound.
I was listening. I did 1.2 the other day because I don't want the voice. The chipmunk distracts me a little bit.
Does it?
I think so.
I'll say it. Every book is different.
Yeah.
And I'll show you the one I'm listening to now. I'm listening to on 2-speed. And I'll show you what it sounds like. Tell me if you think this is a bit excessive. It's not too loud.
Put on the mic.
And shape your nonverbal cues to their style and taste. Create the proper first impression. It has been demonstrated how much people tend to judge based on first impressions and the difficulties they have in
So it's not
Yeah, I still think that's fast.
It's 2 speed. I'm going to read the book in half the time.
Yeah, but I still think that do you read along or are you just listening?
This one, I'm just listening. I've actually, I don't think I like to listen and read.
Oh, Deja?
Yeah, I don't think I like it. I've done it with a few books now. And I was doing it with Gary Vee's book. And I
But he goes,
I stopped
you said he
listening.
goes sideways.
Dude, he goes, got on script for a second, you guys. And then you're like, dude,
the fuck
go
are you
back
now?
to the book, man. But yeah, I stopped listening to him and just kept reading.
Yeah.
And I started to enjoy the book more.
Yeah, good.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, two speeds,
You get used to it.
maybe. I upped it a little bit. I did 1.2.
I went from 1 to 1.2 to 1.5 to 1.7
Yeah.
to 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you get to the point now where if I listen at 1.5, I'm like, man, this is slow.
Yeah.
Like they're talking so slow. Like it's almost like, hey guys, and they're like, man, hurry up, tell me what I need to know.
Do you ever go back and listen to something like, oh, that was good? Do you ever go back 30 seconds?
Yeah, sometimes my mind wanders, and then if I look at the chapter and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, I'll just start the chapter again and sit there, focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another thing is, you have to focus because it's going so fast.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so you're like, I can't pay attention to anything else. Like I need to just I do it in the sauna.
Do you do it in the car?
No, I'll crash. I can't. Not on 2 speed.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on. You got to pay. You have to pay attention
What about lower, like a slower speed?
sometimes. But
I often listen to stuff in the car. That's whenever I'm driving.
anyway, driving. How to get a car? I've got one of you at the moment.
Yeah. So that, I listen to that in
Yeah.
2 speed.
Yeah. But yeah, that's one thing I've kept going that I think is really good and it has allowed me to keep a clear head. But one of my favorite things to do, and I've shared this before as well, is I go and I sit in the bush and I have a digital detox.
Good.
I put literally my phone gets put away. Like there's no reception. You can't, even if you have your phone there, you can't do anything unless you have Starlink. I don't have Starlink. And then the phone just goes away. And I don't need it. It sits in the swag.
Speaking of Starlink, is it meant to be really good internet speeds?
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Because like the other day I was at home. Oh man, what have we got? Cable now? Is that
Fiber.
Yeah.
ADSL.
No, I hate it. So is it fiber? Yeah. NBN. What a fucking joke.
Your internet's no good?
Man, I had like 3 meg the other day, like download. I'm like Netflix was pausing. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know why that happens?
No.
Because most of the cables, the internet cable that is connecting to the world is underneath the sea.
Yeah.
So every single time there's like a storm, a hurricane, whatever shit happens underneath, like the internet goes very slow in Australia. Especially
Australia. That's what I'm saying. Like
especially
the
the connection
So they
to
ran
the
a
world.
cable.
Yeah, all the fiber cables are underneath in the sea.
hang on, where does the internet come from? Where is this? Is there like is there internet island
There
that
is
everyone is plugged into?
Hold on.
There's internet
So you
island,
reckon
everyone's
you
plugged
could be
into it.
swimming one day and sit there, cable.
No, it is
under.
pretty deep. I would be able to like.
I'm a pretty good swimmer, bro. Trust me. So
I don't understand.
Who
I
plans
don't
in there?
understand.
How did they get in there?
If there are like servers in Australia for like Google, Facebook, or whatever, like social medias,
Yeah.
if you want to connect somewhere else, like maybe trying to play
Like
some
a US
video
website.
games like Steam or something.
And you
They
play
would
on a
have
US
servers
server.
like
Yeah.
on other places,
Yes.
and then it suddenly starts to go very, very slow. If there is like something jamming, like
Yeah.
like
That makes sense. That makes
turbulence in
sense.
the
But
sea.
you reckon there's cables in the sea?
Yes, they are.
Where?
Because I was like, I couldn't play like Dota for a couple of weeks. I was in Perth, and I searched like deep. I did like the ping check, the milliseconds, and everything. I called like the TPG internet provider, and like I went deep to the threads, and I found out that the whole internet that is connecting the whole world through like to Australia is like underneath the sea.
That's bizarre.
It is inside the ocean.
all this time.
Where does it go to?
It goes to like
Other countries?
everywhere, like Singapore, Hong Kong.
So we're all connected by wires.
We are connected by wires.
So that's where we get our internet from.
Yes.
Like the mothership of internet
Like
is in another
the
country.
internet is like something that
Well, the internet
connects
is
the
just
whole
connecting.
world. Yeah, it is just
connecting each other. When you think about it, and it's just putting everything on a place where you can access it from anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where's the central point?
There is no central point.
There's more than one. Yeah.
So what happens is that Google actually downloads the whole internet,
yeah.
and they have massive servers between borders, so they do not pay any taxes on anything like that.
What? Do you wear sunscreen?
Now? Like
Just
tonight?
in general.
Yes, I do.
At night?
Like, I put some on before I came here.
Did you really?
Why would I put sunscreen on?
I was asking.
It's not, the sun's not out. It's night time.
Because I'll tell you how I got there. Because that sounds like you were reading someone's conspiracy theory about Google. And then I had a conversation with someone the other day and they were like,
Yeah, that was a conspiracy theory,
the sunscreen or the Google?
the Google one.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
But like the idea is that Google does download the whole internet, so they
do.
have like massive
That's how they you get the split-second search
instant,
results.
yeah.
Yeah, because they're not crawling the internet. They've got it downloaded.
Yes. Sick.
I knew that. It's 100% fact. But do they pay tax?
Probably not.
Well, they just, yeah. Who knows?
Well, they're fucking big enough not to. That's what I mean. We were talking about last episode. When you get to that level, the game's easy. Things
Different game.
fall your way. Yeah.
Different game.
So yeah, Apple and Google, they do their taxes in Ireland.
Yeah, I believe that. Do you wear sunscreen?
Sometimes.
Interesting.
Do you wear sunscreen?
Me?
Yeah.
Every day. Just on my face and my ears.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks
Someone
for joining
was-
us tonight, guys. It was great to have you here.
Someone was telling me it's very bad for you. And I was like,
Carcinogenic.
oh no, just like the chemicals in it and blah, blah, blah. And the world, the people who tell you to wear sunscreen are trying to get you to wear it because they don't want you to get the good stuff from the sun. And I'm like,
heard
that's a
similar
very
things.
conspiracy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that actually works like this. So the sun has like two different UVs. It's called UVA and UVB.
Very original.
Yeah, so UVA is the one that goes onto your skin.
Yeah.
It's very bad. UVB goes right through your body or whatever shit happens.
Yeah.
I might be mixing it up, or the one that goes like through windows or something like that.
Yeah.
And it is pretty damn toxic. If you think about it,
sun?
it's
damaging, yeah.
It is damaging. So if you think about it, the sun is just a giant ass nuclear bomb that is radiating
Yeah, far away.
far
Right? Just
away.
like, it's hot.
And we're just getting it.
Yeah, I think you are better. Like, you know, people say you need the sun, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, are these people right? So I went and did some Google searching. And I was like, what countries have the least amount of sunlight? Like, if this is true and sun's that important, these people are probably dying real young. And then I found out it was countries like Finland. And then I was like, what's the average span? And they got one of the highest. And I'm like, well, this doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? If the sun was that important that you should never wear sunscreen because it's blocking what you need, but these people hardly see any sun in Finland. They have days where they've got like a few hours of sun. And they also have days where they have 20 hours of sun. Seen that shit?
Yeah, it's called the white nights or something.
Probably. Yeah, it's like 10:30 at night.
Makes sense.
And the sun's still
Again, very original.
that was a good one. UVA and UVB. Great stuff. The guys.
Yeah, sick.
Oh, I also had one extra fact about George saying like you do like go to the gym to like unpack like.
Yeah.
So there is actually a fun fact about people who exercise and people who don't exercise. The amount of calorie they burn is a difference between like only 100 calories. That's it.
What?
So what happens is that the human body has a survival mode which burns the exact same amount of calories even if you work out, if you walk 10 kilometers
So
or you don't.
You think if you work out, your body will then naturally burn less later?
No, it's like it's burning something else. So what happens is that even if you're in a resting position, you will still burn around like whatever it is, like
it's
2,000 to
your
5,000.
BMR.
Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, like you will burn that. But the actual part that is burning is all your cells. So they are overworking, not your muscles.
I think you went too deep on that thread.
So what happens is that you exercise, so you're burning your excess calories. If you don't exercise, your body will naturally burn those calories, but they will also create inflammation and stress to your whole body and your brain. So you would get more moodier, angrier. So exercising actually helps you burn all of the excess calories you've already taken in by food. So it helps you like,
You know how they say calories in, calories out? You know, lose weight. You need to consume less than you burn. That's simple math. I don't believe it. I'll tell you why. Because I didn't hold back on food during the carnivore diet.
Yeah.
I was eating like lunch, 6 eggs, 8 eggs. It's like 800 calories. Caked in butter and salt. Just that. And then I'd have as much meat as I could eat at night. And I lost 13 kilos.
so that is related to carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are like molecules of glucose, saccharose, and what is it called? Fructose, like things like that. So they are like pure, like they can be related straight up to calories, which is like energy. Calorie is the meaning of like how much energy you spend to get 1 liter of water to up 1 Celsius. So that is the definition of calories.
Yeah.
So even if we can measure meat as calorie, it still has proteins in it. It still has fat in it. It has like lower like glucose or whatever, like the sugar inside.
That's right.
Compared to like wheat and like.
But then that means that the whole calorie thing isn't right.
No, but that's correct. It's not, because you can't have lollies, so
People say, the whole thing, if it fits your macros, you can have whatever you want as
like
long as...
counting calories is a dumb fact.
It's bad, yeah.
Yeah, like I just explained to you, like calorie, the definition is like getting 1 liter of water up by 1 Celsius, that is calories.
Yeah.
It's not about like burning or something like that. It's just the definition of energy.
Energy consumption.
Yeah. That's right. So you eating 1,000 calories of lollies or chips
It's not the equivalent of eating 1,000 calories.
That's right, because they explained this. I think it was the movie or docuseries called That Sugar Film. No, documentary. Just a single, I think it was meant for an hour and a half or something. But they were saying the sugar companies like Coca-Cola and all these massive companies were arguing with, or got their expert doctors out, because they were saying how bad sugar is and it's carcinogenic and all this sort of stuff. And they were trying to defend their position, saying, no, it's calories in, calories out. It doesn't matter what you're having. As long as you're consuming less than 3,000 calories a day, it's fine. But but there is a difference. You can't consume 1,000 calories of Coke and 1,000 calories of meat and expect.
Yeah, but that's the theory, isn't it?
What do you mean the theory?
Isn't the theory that no matter what you eat, as long as it's within
No, it's not a theory. It's not a theory. I think it was more propaganda than anything like that, because it's not. They're not the same.
Yeah, I've learned that. I've experienced it.
That's right. You've seen it.
Yeah, this is not real.
It's like calories.
What you guys claim is not real. Oh, if you consume less calories. No, it's not true.
No, but if you're in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight.
No, but that's what I'm saying to you. Okay, if you're in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight, but that's that.
But you are also working out twice a day for 45 minutes.
Does it matter?
How does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
Don't listen to him. He doesn't.
No, hold on. Okay, so I had some days where I was just lacking energy, and I just went for a walk twice a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but walking's still.
Yeah, I know.
Walking
but
is still good for you and will contribute to weight loss.
Yes,
especially if
I
you're
agree.
doing 2 walks a day, 45 minutes. You're probably walking 15 plus thousand steps a day.
I was eating, like I was full. I was almost never hungry.
Yep. That's
on
good.
this diet. Do you know what I mean? I was almost never. I ate most nights until I couldn't eat. Not till like I was satiated. I was like,
Yeah.
man, that's good. Like I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was making custard and eating that with honey and eating cheese and honey and do you know what I mean? And it's like it still all went away. And it's like this would have some calories in it.
Yeah.
Like I would be consuming some calories. I'm eating custard. I'm eating as much cheese as I want, as much meat as I want, as much eggs as I want. I was eating. Do you like eggs?
Yeah.
Eggs are sad. Do you like eggs?
I'm hungry.
You don't seem very
We
sure.
should go eat. We should get something to eat after this.
We're Macca's donuts. Oh, yeah. Come on. Oh, another thing. McDonald's beef.
Yeah.
Real beef.
Oh, why wouldn't it
You know, everyone claims, oh, it's not beef, blah, blah,
be?
blah.
Nuts.
It's real beef. It is so clean.
it
It is so clean. I can eat, even now, like if I go eat a pizza, I feel it. I'm like, oh, it's heavy.
Yeah.
I can go eat Macca's beef and it's fine.
Yeah.
Beef, not the burgers. Beef. It's real beef, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people just talk shit.
I'm just trying to expose every single fat. But yeah, to go back to what I was saying. So I've got,
Yeah, there's also one extra fact. So sugar and so the base is glucose, right? Glucose creates inflammation in your body. Inflammation is the meaning of like your cells are going crazy. So you will get fat by eating sugar.
yeah, I'm 100% agree. I'm going to get some sugar after
And
this
you will
video.
get stressed out and you will become angry and you have like
Yeah, there's so many.
instability
That's right.
by eating sugar.
Diet's massive. Diet is huge with your performance in and out of business. Do you know what I mean? If you're eating like shit, when you eat like shit, you feel like shit.
100%.
You know it every single time.
100%.
And
It's irrefutable.
Yeah, and when you're eating good, like you feel good. It's so good. Like what did I have today for dinner? I just had good, wholesome, healthy food. Do you know what I mean?
What do you have?
I had meat and a salad. That was pretty much it.
Sort of weight.
Steak.
Yeah, nice.
You know what I mean? Like
Steak.
it was just it was. It was filling. It was nice. That was it.
Yeah.
And like would chocolate cake have tasted better? Probably in that moment. But if I had a whole cake and then like you would feel like shit after.
Yeah. Doing the whole thing made me, like my gut kind of reset.
Yeah.
And now whenever I eat something.
I can't wait to see your test results, your blood test results.
Yeah,
I'm really curious to see. Yeah, really curious to see if there's been an improvement in that, where they can come back to you. Are you going to sit with your doctor and go through it, or are they just going to send it to you?
I know more than them.
Yeah, how funny.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
did you check that as well?
It'll be.
I get it done so regularly. I know.
that you know what to look for.
Yeah.
That's what I wanna see.
Details. I'm like, what is that? And I've Googled it.
Do you take creatine?
I've got some. I don't take it as often. I'm not sure.
I was listening to a neuropsychologist or something like that. I can't remember her name. She came up the other day. I'll send it to you.
Nicola.
I think it might be actually.
I think we had the conversation.
Yeah, she's actually like smart girl, like really smart. Anyway, she was saying that it's like one of the best things you can possibly take. One of the best things you can take from even a. It's
I
been
just forget to take
proven. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like taking it daily. Like
I did take it today.
I haven't been taking it.
Yeah, but saying it's one of the cleanest things that you can be taking, and it's got proven, like they've done enough clinical tests now, and it's been around for long enough that it's shown to have reduction of Alzheimer's disease by like 35%.
That's sick.
Yeah,
That's massive.
it's one of those. Yeah, it's just cool, but it's one of those things that you can take whilst you're training. It's safe. It's actually a good thing for you to be having it. So, I mean, again, I've been taking it now for the last probably 3-4 months, and I've definitely noticed a difference at the gym as well. It's not because you don't become. It's not like you become stronger. You just are able to push through the rep, maybe 1 or 2 more, or you push through it a little bit easier. But I haven't noticed any change body. Well, I have noticed change in body shape, but that's purely because I've been training consistently for a while. But it's
It's all diet, man.
yeah, 100%. Like the end result absolutely is. Absolutely is. And that's why I wanted to try and move towards a carnivore type diet, not as strict as what you were doing it, but definitely cutting out a lot of the stuff outside of that.
Do it for 30 days.
Yeah, 100%. I wanted to do it for a bit longer, but I don't think I would struggle with it as much because I really enjoy meat.
Yeah, you get over it.
I'm sure I would. But I'm saying I'm not going to be like you were to that degree. Like I'll probably have some vegetables here and there.
Oh, like that. I feel. I was trying to think like,
I'm just, it's going to be the core part of my food.
they don't have vegetables, they have fruit.
What's the difference?
Apparently, at the animal-based diet, they don't recommend vegetables.
Oh, okay.
They say fruit. Because vegetables have pesticides and stuff.
Have a fruit salad. But don't fruits as well? Have that sort of stuff?
Apparently not. They have fruits grow on trees. Vegetables go on the ground.
Okay.
I don't know. I had no scientific backup to how
How it
comes to that
works.
theory, but that's the theory.
Do I keep kicking your foot? Play footsies?
Yeah, that's the theory. But back to what I was saying. So I go to the bush for 3 days, disconnect from everything.
What would you say? Okay, so that's how you disconnect, business owner. That's how I disconnect.
Yeah, I disconnect. Dude, no
would you do?
emails, no social media,
Do you
no
think it's
phone.
important for employees to disconnect?
Here's the thing. I think employees don't understand that they are already psychologically trained to disconnect. What do you think your weekends are?
Yeah, so true, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like what you think you'd like. What do you really reckon you need 2 days off?
Yep.
You are psychologically brainwashed to have 2 days off and disconnect.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that because the other day I said to my employee, and I saw he was falling behind with stuff. I said, listen, okay, you're about to go away. Okay, if I need these things done before you leave, yeah? If you need to come in on a Saturday, I expect you here on a Saturday. It's like part of your employment contract. Like, if you're falling behind, Saturdays are available for you to work. They're not optional. They're not like, oh, no, I'm never going to work a Saturday. No. If you need to work Saturdays, you work a Saturday. And he didn't come in. He didn't come in on a Saturday. I don't see the work getting done quicker, right, or things getting done, but he still didn't come in the Saturday because it's his time. You know what I mean? It was like, as you said, that's mine. No, it's mine.
Yeah, it's brainwashed.
Am I being a dick? There's a boss? But here you go. Here's the thing.
Because could they do the work required within the correct time frame? Because you got to do one of two things.
We're talking about this today. There's so much shit going on. But I was saying about being busy and not productive. Right? I know that there's areas in their business, in their work life now that I've been doing everything myself that they need to improve on their productivity. I've seen it now. And that's what I'm going to sit down with them when they get back, both of them individually and together, and say, listen, you were away for this long, you were away for this long. During this period, I had to cover you everywhere and do all the shit that I do. And they all see how I work and what I have to do. And so how did I do it? I know what I did and I know what needs to be done. And I don't expect you to ever work like me because you're never going to be me, not your business. So I don't expect you to work that way. But in the same token, I do expect a level of competency and productivity at what you're doing. And me doing all of your work over the last 3-4 weeks has shown me holes in what you're doing. So now I need to show you ways that you can be more productive to get more done. And if that means I need to have targets there, if you need a time block, you need to do a whole range of things, well, that's what I'm going to help you do and achieve that. Because yes, you're right. You should be able to achieve everything in the day in your Monday to Friday. If you're coming in on a Saturday, it's either because you want to get ahead or because you've fucked around during the week.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like the job is doable.
That's right.
In their 40 hours.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I think it can be. And then Saturday, look, there is needs for Saturday. Like sometimes they might have to go to site and do something that's only available for them to do on a Saturday. So be it. Go and work. That's the role.
They don't get paid, I'm assuming.
No, because they get compensated enough. They get paid above award rates.
Yeah.
So whether or not you pay, when you work on a Saturday, it's an annual salary. It's not an hourly rate that I pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But because I pay more than awards, even if you took into consideration the overtime they did on every Saturday they work, they're still getting paid for it.
How many Saturdays would they do a year?
The guys this year, I don't even think they've worked a Saturday. In the office, that is. The boys on site tend to work more Saturdays because stuff goes on. We get trades come in on a Saturday.
Yeah. Well, you can look at it in one of two ways. Because I've been there. I've had that employee mindset.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, it's
but I
like-
was very good at switching off too. I don't know what you were like. When I worked for when I was working in my professional career, I was really good at 5 o'clock or 5:30. Whenever I finished, whenever I knocked off, the second I was in the car or on the train, I was like, there is nothing that's bothering me right now. Yeah.
Do you, okay. Do you think that that's what they look forward to and that's why they don't work Saturdays? Because they're like, I'm switching off. I'm
Yeah.
going to not switch off. Because so I used to do Saturdays, but I used to do it because it was overtime and I
Yeah.
get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, all right, work Saturday, make some extra cash.
Yeah.
Half day or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah. 100%. I think there's that. And then also that they, but yeah, oh, fuck, I have to, this is my day to sleep in.
Yeah. I remember feeling like that.
Yeah.
I
I 100%. I reckon they feel like that.
Yeah.
But,
So you got to do one of two things. Either make them do more during the week and tell them no about Saturdays, or give them a reason to come in on a Saturday.
okay, I'll pay you less during the week, and then you come in and I'll pay you overtime on Saturday.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean? But I'm already paying, like technically I'm already paying you for Saturdays.
yeah. But so people, there's value and perceived value are not the same thing.
That's right.
Do you know what I mean?
But this is where I mean, I think they've got it good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah,
going to crack,
and I'm
when
not
they
saying they have it
when they all get back, I'm cracking the whip. Yeah,
I'm gonna come watch.
you should. It's going to be.
We'll come to a video.
Do it, yeah. So watch it. I'm cracking the whip. But it's not because, like, I'm not doing this from a, you know, an authoritarian point of view. I'm the boss, fucking work harder. You know, it's like capitalism.
If I
in
was
that
you,
regard.
if I was you, I'd buy a whip. By the time they get back,
Ah,
set a few days, get a whip, and just sit there like,
you ready? Yeah.
sit there practicing. I'd have like hands up and sit there smacking the cans like, wait till they come in, hit them straight in the,
Might send him a couple of reels. Just go see what's.
yeah. This is what's been happening.
You see what's about to be cracking.
Not
down
only did I do your job, I also picked up a new skill.
But yeah, it's going to be a matter of that too. So listen, like you've got to lift your game. I've realized how much work you guys do, and I believe that they're busy. They do, and I'm probably making it sound like they do.
I
fuck
got
all.
a very good question.
Yeah.
Is this everything a concern to you to buy the super yacht to be like bothered by one employee?
What do you mean by that? So
Is this a concern to buy a super yacht? Like getting bothered by one employee, one or two employee?
whilst I'm on the super,
What's the question?
yeah,
Like, is this a concern to you? Like
it's a concern to me now.
Are you saying thinking at
to
that?
buy the super yacht?
Nah.
I think it would be in the future. Like you want your employees to be productive.
Yeah,
The more productive they are at their role, then the quicker the super yacht's coming. You know, I need them. They need to be good performers. Like they get paid well. Everyone gets paid well here to do a job, and at the end of the day, they've got to perform. There is a level of performance in any role that you do. It's not a fucking holiday, right? Even though both of them are on holidays right now, you know, when you're here, you've got a role to do. You got to fulfill your role. It's the same as in any sport. Okay, no matter how good you once were, if you're not continuously performing, the team's going to cut you. You're going to either go be promoted down to the reserves, or you're going to get let go or traded somewhere else. That's the same in business. But why? We've got this stigma, oh, you can't just fire someone. You have to give them 3 warnings. You have to, no, fuck you. Like, if you're not going to do what you need to do, I'm not going to be held to ransom because you're a shit performer. Again, I want to reiterate, my employees are not shit. My employees are actually really good. They're excellent employees, right? I'm very fortunate to have a really good team. I've just seen inefficiencies now that I've been doing their job and my job. I've seen inefficiencies in what they're doing. Now I take that as my complete responsibility because I haven't given them the skills or knowledge on how to manage their workload properly. So that is completely my fault. Now, after I tell them what I think they need to do to increase their productivity and have these targets there, if they fail after that, well, then that's a discussion I need to have with each of them and go, well, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
My idea was that, isn't it better to get everything straight up by changing the company culture in itself?
The culture, I don't think the culture is the issue here. I think it's more a management of their time. That's what I've seen because I've been able to complete all their work and my work predominantly by time blocking. Do you time block?
Sometimes.
So in this instance, I've had to set time aside to do certain tasks.
Yeah, I haven't
had
done
to.
it at the moment because
Yeah.
my calendar's open to the public.
Yeah.
So I try and leave it open.
Yeah. So I've had to time block and go, cool, on this day I'm doing invoicing, on this day I'm doing reporting, on this day I'm doing tendering, on this day I'm doing phone calls, whatever. So I've had to do that. Now with them, I'm going to set up a similar thing and go, cool, from now on, I want you guys, you're going to have this day for invoicing and you're going to have this day for invoicing. You need to complete all your invoices on a weekly basis, not cram study at the end of the month. Now I'm going to say, okay, this month, these are the packages that you need to get rid of as far as engage a subcontractor to do the work. A plumber, sparky, carpenter, and so on and so forth.
Isn't that micromanaging
What do you mean?
too much?
No, these are KPIs. I'm not doing the work for them. I'm telling them what their targets are. So each month or each week, they've got targets that they need to achieve because I know it can be done.
Okay.
I've done
so
their role before, not
last
just
question.
recently. I used to do it when I was working for an employer. So I know what needs to be done in order for that to happen. So if they're not doing it, then they're either not, they're getting distracted by other things that aren't important, or they're wasting time, or they're not productive. Like there's things there that are coming up that they've got to fucking sort out. And if they don't, well, don't then come to me and say, oh, you know, I deserve a pay rise. I'm working really hard.
Hey, last question.
Please.
Would you do the same if you had 1,000 employees?
It would be on a different scale. I would probably have managers rolling this out.
Yeah.
Then. I wouldn't be doing it individually, but at the moment I can, and I will, because they see I'm the leader of the company. It's my responsibility. I have to lead them. So they need to have those. I need to show them those skills, and maybe it means I need to get them training. Maybe I need to do a training course on time management. Maybe I need to spend half a day with them with that whiteboard over there and draw up exactly how I'd go about my day and what they should do. And I also leave it open to them too. So if you think you can do this better and you have a better way that works for you personally to manage your time, do it. If you think you can do it better. But if you don't hit your targets, then you're going to go back to doing it my way. Because my way works. Or this way I have been taught, or this way, this course that I have done, go to it. Like I'm sending some of my employees now to a leadership course next weekend. Okay, so I've got some of them going there because I want them to learn to be great leaders, because one day I'm going to step away from this role and I need someone else to step into it to then be able to lead the team in such a way that's impactful and meaningful and going to push the company in the right direction. So everything I'm doing here, it's from a sense of the experience I've had over the last few weeks, but also because I know they're capable of more. I can see them doing more. Why would I not want to encourage that and get them to be the best versions of themselves? Because that can flow on to other aspects of their life, not just in their business. And eventually they're not going to work for me one day. The company's either going to go away or we're all going to die. As we said, we're all going to die. So one day they're not going to be working here. Now, whether that's with me or with another organization or something that maybe they decide to go into a completely different field, that happens too. Cool. You'll be better off as a result of working here.
Yeah, I agree. I think I get what you're trying to say as well, Iggy, though, in the sense of you feel like maybe you're not focusing on the right thing. Yeah, that's what he's trying to say. Yeah, he's trying to say, yeah.
Is me
He's like,
managing these-
is you getting 20% more out of
Going to really
the
get me the
boys
super yacht.
going to get you the super yacht?
Yeah. Yes, it will. Yes, it will, because it's 2 employees today. So that's 40% more out of 2 people. But when it's 1,000 people and I'm getting 20% more out of 1,000 people, that's getting me the super yacht for sure. For sure. But the difference is how I roll it out.
Yes, I agree. I also think it's an important thing, because then if you don't, and then you go get a gun, and then he comes and he sits with the boys and sees what they're only doing this much, he will drop down.
He'll drop.
Yeah.
Whereas
That's
if you've got the high performers, you've got those guys that are at that 80% mark as far as their efficiency is concerned, that one person that's at 40 will raise up to their level.
Yeah.
Whereas I think you
become
bang
hanging
on.
around, yeah.
That's right.
So I agree with you. I think that's a very important thing. And I think if you've noticed it, they'll never do as much as you. But if you've noticed it to the point where you're like, dude, it's taken up a third of my week and I'm doing his whole job. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, then that.
Again, I'm downplaying it.
No, I'm just,
Yeah.
you didn't say it to me. I'm just throwing out
because
figures.
I know what I sound like sometimes.
Hey?
I know what I sound like sometimes. I am downplaying how much of their work and I'm doing, in the sense that
Yeah, like the
there's
aspects
still
of their
other
jobs that
things.
you're not doing.
That's right.
Yeah,
There's
I
still
get that.
things that I haven't touched.
But you're
that they do.
you're just keeping it under control.
I've got it
until
under
they get
control.
back.
And honestly, if you said to me, "Can you do this for the rest of the year?" I'd say no. Do you know what I mean?
I reckon you could.
Of course I could.
Okay.
Of course I could. I'm just trying to fucking save some face here, so people don't think I'm just complete arsehole.
Being humble.
That's right. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't want to though. I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, and of
Do you
course
know what I mean?
Why
So
would you?
I see there's things there. Like for example, I know now there's a roofing package that's ready to go, but I haven't looked at it. I know.
'Cause you know,
I know
yeah.
Simon's coming back on Monday.
Yeah, you're like,
he can do
that'll
it,
be
but I
sorted
could like it's something that needs to be done.
Yeah, you could probably
It's
do it
not
tomorrow.
super urgent though, because we're not up to the roof. Like I've got another month before we're doing roof. So Simon can do this. I've left it. But I mean, if I had to do that, and then if I had to do the next,
Yeah, but
I
if
had to
you-
do
if-
that.
so-
I've done all the critical tasks.
If
to
you
their
were going to
jobs.
do it, if you were going to end up doing it, would you have done it by now?
Absolutely.
So if you knew like Simon wasn't coming back for 3 months and you knew the
Oh,
risk
it would have already been done.
Yeah,
I would have done it
yeah.
yesterday. I would have done it today.
Yeah.
It's not going to take me that long to
So
do.
the other question is, would they have done it?
See, this is where I feel they get distracted because they're busy putting out spot fires and they don't go, like there's that book, The One Thing, like focus on doing the one thing. Because the theory of multitasking is bullshit. Like if any of you are ever going, I'm a great multitasker, you're not. You're just really good at doing 80% of 10 things instead of finishing one. And you never finish any of those 10 things. You just do 60,
Yeah, you just
70,
jump-
80%.
jumping in between.
That's right. And you never actually accomplish anything. But when you focus on working on one thing and you finish that one thing, and then you move on to the next one, you finish that one thing, you move on to the next one, that's when you have really productive days.
Is there a
And that's
better
what I feel.
feeling than checklist?
I just love, I love completing a task and it's gone. You know what I mean?
It's like when you look at it, like, what a week or
yeah.
I've actually knocked some shit off the task.
Heaps, man. And it's like I said the other day, all my invoicing, everything is up to scratch. Like there's nothing's missed. Everything's balanced out. Everything's ready to go. Everyone knows what they need to do. And these are some of the things that I need to improve in their efficiencies in the business, because when they get back, I'm going to expect it. And I'm going to be like, I'm just going to be a lot more strict with them. All right? No more walk in the park, because
But I
I
think
don't
that's
want to
your
have
duty.
to employ. Exactly, it is. It's my duty as the business owner.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to employ a third person or a fourth person because they're not efficient. Do you know what I mean? As in because the current people here aren't efficient. Because I know that between them, they can handle the workload. They'll be busy, yes, but I want you to be busy and productive, not just one, not just busy.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's what I've learned over the last few weeks. And coming back to what you said before, to go full circle, what you need to unwind. I think it was last summer. I think it was a couple summers ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. I remember my wife went away with the kids to, I think it was Queensland or something like that, just for a few days. They went up with her mum or whatever. They went somewhere. And during the days that they were away, I was at home. Like it was actually during the holiday period. So during the construction holiday period where we shut down everything. So no one's working, no one's doing anything. I was at home. I'm like, I'm bored. Like, what am I going to do? I didn't want to watch a movie. Didn't want to play PlayStation. I actually came to the office and I worked. And that for me was relaxing because no one was busting my balls. Like there was no pressure. There was nothing, but I was just doing business stuff. And that to me was actually relaxing as well.
Yeah, but so I don't think that's downtime though. I get what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
that was you trying to use your time efficiently. And
Potentially.
I don't mind doing this.
Yeah, like I was enjoying it. That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
That's different to I'm burnt out. I'm gonna go do some business stuff. I think like better go look at my numbers. Yeah, it's a very, very, very different. But yeah, it definitely makes for an interesting conversation. I think a lot of people don't think about it enough, or they think that I need to have my weekends. And I'm very extremely, dude. You want to have your weekends? Have your weekends, but make sure it's your choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, make sure you chose I want Saturday, Sunday, and if that's your choice, that's fine.
And look at where you are in your life as well, with everything, like your current status in life. Like, are you single? Have you got kids? Have you got a partner? Where are you at in your life? Where's your opportunity to be doing the things that you want to do and take advantage of that. Because, like, for example, even yourself now, without having kids or a partner or someone that you need to that relies on you,
Yeah,
you can selfishly, you can selfishly, and rightly so, do you. Fuck it, I'm going to work 43 days in a row.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
But exactly, but you can.
Yeah.
And it's okay to do that. And you have a huge competitive advantage over me as a result of that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think it's as big as I think it is, like, because here's the thing. You know those days where you ever have those days where you're like, hey, I've got 15 things to do and I've got 27 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you get 13 of them done. And then you're like, hey, Dad, just power through that. I feel like that's what happens. I could be wrong, but I feel like when you have other things to attend to, that's what happens. Because the Murphy's Law, the job will take as long as time you have. And the more time you have sometimes can hurt you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because if you have too much time, you can start to think, I'll do this on the weekend.
Yeah.
Like I'll do this, you know what I mean? I'll and it's a consistent battle.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'll call it early tonight and just sit down for a bit because I'll get onto it tomorrow. You know what I mean? And it's like sometimes things cannot get done in the necessary time frame, especially when you're in business. You know, who do you answer to? Who's going to do that thing?
Yeah, exactly.
No. You answer to anyone. Do you know what I mean? And then it's like that as well. Yeah, it's like you don't have to answer to anyone. You can, and then it becomes a big discipline thing.
Yeah, discipline's huge. Discipline's huge in business. Put a post up today about that as well. It's like motivation. You can't tap into motivation. You can't be like cool at 3 p.m.
and watch you.
I'm just gonna be like, but just even not watch anything. Just at 3 p.m. I'm just gonna tap into my motivation pool and just fucking go. I'm ready to go to the gym. I'm ready to do the work. It doesn't exist. You can't just tap into it whenever you want. It's not a drug that's readily available in your body or externally. But discipline is what's going to really help you with all of that.
You can always do the do.
That's it.
Always do the do.
And you, when I say you, I'm talking to our listeners and watchers.
And watchers.
People are watching this.
Viewers.
The viewers, the watchers, whatever.
Hey, watchers.
The watchers, the viewers.
Hey, guys.
So you're laughing at me, Iggy.
Big shout out to my watchers.
To my watchers. Change it up. You know what you guys can do?
What can I do?
They can subscribe.
They can.
They can subscribe to this channel. They can subscribe to this podcast.
They should do it right now.
They should stop what they're doing. You should pull over if you're driving. Yeah. If you're driving, pull over. Don't do it whilst you're driving. We don't condone that. Pull over, hit the subscribe button, share it with a friend. You've already pulled over, so you may as well do it now.
Yeah. Send it to your mother.
Send it to your mum. Tell her, hey,
I think you guys have to say the subscribe like early in the episodes, not in the end.
All right, start the episode.
All right,
again.
let's do it again. Back to the start.
Start the episode again. But you didn't give our sponsor a special shout out, though.
We don't. Okay, well, I did the last sponsor. So
Bro.
do you want me to pick another one today?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. My sponsor is G-Shock watches. I
always see you wear that watch.
I just wear it. I wear it. I wanted a watch that I could just wear daily and not really have to worry about.
Yeah.
Like, it gets hit, it gets smashed around. This particular watch, I can't remember what model, MTG? MTG. Yeah, the MTG. Yeah, they know the one. It's a good one. Everyone knows that. Yeah. It's actually got perfect world time. Just a little fun fact for you.
Oh, it's
Perfect world time.
You don't set it yourself?
It's Bluetooth, so it connects with my phone, and it gives the perfect exact time wherever you are in the world. Wherever you are in the world.
Like, so as your phone does.
Yeah, so as your phone does.
So
yeah, is that perfect time on your watch?
My watch does.
Your Apple Watch. But this is an analog watch. So I purposely didn't want a digital watch. Didn't want to get another digital watch after I had my Apple Watch because it was too distracting for me and it was taking me away from everything that I did and was about. And then I went back to an analog watch and it was the best thing I ever did. And we're nice. I won't ever wear another digital watch ever again.
You reckon?
Yeah, never. I've got no interest in getting another digital watch. I would much rather go out now and buy a proper expensive watch that I can wear. And you know what? You know, we talk about things. You were talking the other day about, you know, you were going to buy a car and you were looking at buying a much nicer car or an expensive car.
Yeah.
I was like, do I spend the money on that, or do I put it in ads, or do I put it in the business? Do I do this? I'm a bit like that too with a lot of things. And I feel like I love watches. I could have a watch collection. But I'm always like, you know what? I say this to my wife. I was like, it's all right. You can wear the Rolex. I'll wear the G-Shock. You know, you have that. I don't need it yet. I'm patient. I'm happy to work a little bit harder. So it's almost like a daily reminder that I wear this watch too. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I don't feel ashamed wearing a G-Shock and not a Rolex. Do you know what I mean? But it's good. It's like the yacht scenario that we said last episode where I look at the yacht every day. This is kind of like that too. It's a cool watch, but I just like, you know what? One day it'll be there. It'll be the Rolex. It'll be the Breitling. It'll be whatever I decide to be wearing on any given day.
I don't know if I'd ever buy a full-on watch. I might.
We will. I disagree with you.
Yeah, again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Fine. Okay, you on it.
I'll give it to you on the yacht.
Can't wait.
Your birthday present.
Yeah.
No, you will, because it just becomes, it's just a nice thing. I like a nice watch. But yeah, this episode sponsored by G-Shock. No one else. Always tells perfect time. It's got Bluetooth connectivity.
The MTG.
Go
on, guys.
FTG.
Use the code George20.
Use the code George. Call them up. Use the code George20. Top George20, and they'll hook you up.
I'll tell you to get fucked.
Too much fun. Thank you very much, guys. As always, we love for you to share this with the greater community, with everyone, with anyone you think that may get some value out of it. And who knows, maybe next episode we'll take his advice and ask you to subscribe at the start, not at the end, because, you know.
Or in the middle.
Yeah, or in the middle.
Make sure you listen.
Just randomly. Just say, Robby, stop. Like, what? Need people to subscribe, man.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Maybe we re-record an ad and add it in the middle of the video.
Sick.
Yeah? There you go.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Speak to you soon.
Bye.